Welcome to Peaked. My name's Frank Castillo. It's good to be back. Here's my co-host, JP Noda.
What's up, y'all?
Good to see you, bro.
It's good to be back, bro.
You like the new digs?
Yeah, that's pretty sick.
You like your therapist couch?
I think I'm going to take a nap later.
You should.
Yeah.
Today's guest is a good friend of mine, very funny comedian, Feraz Ozel.
Yes, hey everybody. Happy to be here. Excited for us to shoot the shit.
Yeah, absolutely. We were talking about Andy Dick earlier. Yeah, so he stole a placard of our friend's.
Allegedly.
He allegedly stole our friend's YouTube placard.
There you go.
And I saw the post too. I saw the post on Instagram. They posted about it. They're like, someone stole our YouTube placard. And then you told me who it was.
Our friends were there and they were like, I think Andy Dick was at the party.
The second I heard that, I was like, oh, it was definitely Andy Dick. Andy Dick's either stealing stuff or trying to blow you in a bathroom.
And even in those cases, he's stealing someone's,
semen.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he didn't pay for it.
We love you, Andy. We hope you get well. Welcome to the podcast, man. It's good to be here.
I like how you ended that with some sort of surprising sentiment and empathy towards Andy Dick getting well. But yeah, happy to be here, man. Fun to hang out in this interesting little place, and you got all these little devices for me.
Yeah, man. I got this. Do you dab often?
I don't. I've dabbed twice in my life. The first time I dabbed, it was my first time even seeing someone pull out the blowtorch. It was 8 years ago. I was doing Comedy Works in Denver, and I ended up back at this girl's house. And then next thing she's like, you want to smoke this shit? And I was like, I don't know what the fuck that is, but okay. And I got so fucking high that we started to have sex, and it was the worst I've ever been at sex, ever in my life. I just remember it feeling like a fucking roller coaster, and the moment it started, I was coming, and she was just. I remember she was looking at me like she was like, you did. It didn't even start. It was over as soon. And I was like, I know what an adventure it was.
You're like, what strain was that?
Yeah, it was wild. I was like, dude, I don't know what the fuck that was. Can I sleep here, please? And she just took pity on me. She's like, yeah, sure. Sleep in the corner. You fucking, with your mediocre cock, you're welcome to be here. I was like, all right, cool.
Well, I can't wait for you to be bad at fucking again. So this is going to be great.
Yes.
Usually we start this off with an edible. We have these 10 milligram malt bowls. If you don't have to eat the full 90.
Okay.
I will though.
Okay.
And I'm going to be doing this Punch edible cookies and cream. What are you on? You said you took what before?
I ate a bunch of oil. I ate 380 milligrams of a CO2 oil.
I don't understand how you guys are functional with this amount of eating weed in your body.
I'm practicing.
You work up to it. You know what I mean?
Oh, for sure.
It's all about building up to it, like any.
What's
good
the most you've
activity.
taken?
The most weed edible I've taken, maybe 30, 40 tops. You're looking at me like I'm a punk bitch too.
I mean, I didn't say it, but
yeah. That feels like a lot. I mean, but actually the most I've ever taken, it was before you could just buy the amount you knew you were getting, right? It was the most high I've ever been off an edible. My friend was just like, I made these. And how much you put in them? She's like a bag of weed. And I don't know what that means. And then we ate it and we were camping and we got so high that when you get so high off edible, you feel like you're on a ton of mushrooms sometimes. And it was the most psychedelic I've ever felt from eating weed. And we literally thought we were on at a lake. We were at a lake and we thought it was the Battle of Normandy. We felt like it was a wartime and we were all pretending to shoot at people storming the beach, and other campers were just chilling. What the fuck is wrong with these psychos? You know what I mean? So that was the highest I've ever been on an edible. And I don't know what it was, but I fucking do not think it was 90, certainly not 380. I don't think I would make it.
You want to crack one open? Try it.
One of these bad boys?
Yeah. Do you like Whoppers?
Yeah. The regular, that's the great thing about weed and fucking edibles now. The fact that you can just be like, hey, do you want just Whoppers, just normal candy? Back in the day, there was always people who would eat weed edibles. It'd be like, oh, I like the taste of weed. And maybe you guys do like the taste of weed. I smoked a ton of weed and I'll eat it to get me high. But I'm not going to sit here and act like I enjoy eating just fucking herbs, leaves, you know?
I never liked when I had edibles, if they tasted too much like weed, it would make me I feel like I had to gag.
You know what's kind of crazy is for me right now, that's kind of the sign of a good edible is when it kind of tastes like weed. Because right now everyone on the market's using distillate, so they basically just distill trim and whatever else to just pure THC. It's easier to dose into edibles and kind of easier to do everything. But when they do that, they strip a lot of the terpenes, which will kind of like create the effect.
Okay.
But then like when you get a lot of these other ones that are made with trim or made with flower, like you can still taste the weed.
Yeah.
A lot of them are full plant, full spectrum extracts.
That makes sense because this is, and I'll also side note, I intended to eat the half, but I got so distracted and it just looked delicious, so I ate the whole thing. So we'll see what happens.
How did it taste?
It tastes really good, but to your point, I could taste like the little lingering aftertaste of like the musk of like the weed, but it was like the perfect amount where you could taste the malt ball and it tastes like a delicious ass chocolate, but then you can taste a little bit of the weed so you know it's fucking legit. And I'm already putting it backwards.
I think it's working.
So something's happening in my body.
Yeah. Oh, we also tried that little micro too.
Yeah, we also had a little bit of the microdose. I did not expect my Monday to go this way.
Yeah, that's usually what happens when you hang out with me.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's go ahead. Double tap.
Okay. Boom.
Yep.
And then what?
Oh, you just switch it. It's fine. Don't worry.
I fucked it up.
I got it.
This too I've never seen before.
Okay, so when it vibrates again, you can go ahead and hit it.
Just breathe it in?
Yeah. You can sip it slow. You don't have to hit it like a bong. Like you usually, you just sip it and then just take as much as you want or as little. The first hit you take, it'll probably just fill up the chamber and then you can just sip after
This looks like what fucking Superman would smoke. This shit looks Kryptonian.
Yeah, that's how you kill Superman.
Yeah. It's got fucking kryptonite in it. So like, you're not sure fucking makes you high, dude.
It's the only way Superman would get high. Is fucking
Absolutely. So I should wait for it to fucking vibrate or just breathe it in while
Yeah.
All right, it's still got a little smoky. All right, there we go. There you go. That's not bad.
Right?
Yeah.
It's easy. It's not too hard on the lungs. How's it taste?
Tastes good. I like that it doesn't burn too. Like it goes in easy. I like that I'm not coughing like a punk bitch.
So like these guys would negate the torch completely. Like what that girl had, probably a big old camping torch, I would imagine at the time.
Yeah.
And
The
like
torch is what terrifies people.
Yeah.
I remember I was at my cousin's, and he's a big dabber, and we were doing a dab. My dad was there with us, right? He's seen me smoke weed a bunch. It was the first time he saw me do a dab, and my cousin pulls the torch out, and my dad just kind of looks at me, and I could see it in his eyes. He was just kind of like...
Yeah.
And I was like, I promise this isn't like crack. And he was just like, listen, son, I smoked crack back in the day, so I know what that looks like. And I was like, what?
I mean, yeah, you can't just casually pull out the torch and expect someone to not think it's meth. Like you gotta sit someone down. You gotta show someone, right? Like, I know, listen, I'm about to pull some shit out. You're gonna think it's crack, but it's not. Because even when she pulled it out, I was like, yeah, this might have meth in it, but fucking...
This chick's really hot.
Yeah, that's the one time you might try some meth is when you think like pussy's on the line for you. Like, well,
Yeah, people talk about...
I don't know, I guess I'm doing meth tonight.
People talk about weed and all that shit being a gateway drug. Yo, pussy is a gateway drug.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know how many times I've almost tried cocaine before I was married with a random chick? No.
Yeah, people will do crazy shit if it involves like you might get close to some fucking vaginal touching or butthole touching, man. My buddies were we went up to this party one time and this girl was super high and she like put cocaine in her ass and she was like snort the cocaine out of my ass and my buddy's like, oh, eat it out of your ass, and he's sniffing cocaine out of this girl's butt after like all night of partying. Like it's one thing if you want to do butt stuff when you've gone on just a date and it's supposed to be a butt stuff evening, but if you just spent 4 hours at a rave and then a girl's like, dig into the butthole where all the good shit is, and you're just like, I might get to touch the other side. I'm just like, that's a lot for drugs. It's a lot. I mean, I'm just enough of a hypochondriac. I'm just enough of a neat freak where I'm just like, nah, I'm just gonna watch you and jerk off in the corner. You can do it, buddy. I don't need to get in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember when I was in high school, so I moved to Temecula. There was a girl there. There's a few girls that are, you know, their opinions were, let's say, a little bit more racist. And it's definitely one of those things like, I've met chicks where it's like, oh, you're clearly racist, but goddamn, you're hot. Mm-hmm. And you're just like, oh, all right, I'll let this slide.
Yeah, 100%. And sometimes you feel like you might be their racist treat for the year. You know what I mean? Like there's a part of them that's like, the part of them is like, I'm being bad. I'm fucking a dirty brown one tonight. You know what I mean? And like, that's not what everyone's gonna get. You know, like those are that's
100%.
that's like rare, bro. That's like limited, and you get to feel like, ooh, what a kink I am. To
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
There's definitely times where you're like, oh, this isn't good, and my parents would be so mad, but this is kind of nice.
Yeah, 100%. Or you know what I dealt with a lot growing up was like I didn't have people. Okay, I've had one person that was like, I didn't know I'd ever fuck a brown person, and there's like they say it casually, and you're just like, oh cool, this is great foreplay, like this is interesting. You know what I mean? You're like, should I stand up for that being wrong? And you're like, this is no time for that bullshit.
Yeah, you're like, oh, it's weird how hard that made me.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, I'm not that fucking caring about the cause. You know, I'll pretend like I changed my profile pic last week. I'm not gonna sacrifice pussy this week. Like that's enough. I hit the quota of acting I give a shit. No, but I have had girls be like, oh, you were the first brown guy I've ever fucked. Oh, you were the first brown guy I've ever fucked. I've heard that a number of times. And a part of you, I don't like believe in like microaggressions being a problem for me personally. Like, oh, it's a microaggression. Like, yeah, well, nobody's fucking perfect. If they don't know what they're doing, I don't feel like doing a lecture right now. So in those cases, I just was kind of like, oh, cool. Like, I'm fucking just climbed the Everest of this pink puss. Like, you know, like no other brown guy has been here before. And for some reason that makes you feel, it must feel like when a gay guy gets a straight guy to fuck him at a party.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, you know, and he's like, oh, I turned him out. You know what I mean? And
Like,
so,
this isn't supposed to happen, but I fucking did it.
Yeah, and then you feel like you open the gates for your fellow brown brethren.
Oh,
like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, because the number of times you see afterwards on Facebook, like her next boyfriend was brown, and I just want to like fist bump the guy, or like I don't know, maybe the ego part of me wants some fucking recognition. You know what I mean?
Just
Like,
request $20 from him on Venmo.
yeah, I should. I mean, what's this for? But just trust me, bro. You wouldn't be there.
My wife had said, and I know this is a bad thing now that I think about it, but I remember I'm like the second guy she's ever had sex with or dated. You know what I mean? And it was great. And so that obviously means I'm the first Mexican she's ever had sex with, obviously. But it was just so funny to me that it was just kind of like, I was just like, yeah, you know what I mean? I fucking made it.
Yeah. You're like, oh yeah, I got in this.
Yeah.
Because that is the thing when you're young and brown and growing up, that there is like a fetishization of like getting a white girl, because in general, there is a little bit of an obstacle a lot of the time where and not even, again, it's not because people are racist or something. It's because if someone doesn't grow up entertaining the idea that they're into brown people, it's just they have to turn a second small gear, pay a little bit more attention when they meet a brown guy to be like, oh wait, am I into this guy? And just because the last 15 guys I've been into have been white. So you kind of need to like get on their radar a little bit more, right? So it's a little bit of a thing, and it's a little bit of an accomplishment, which is weird, but it is what it is.
Now I remember what it was. My wife said, she goes, because we always talk like what would happen if we ever break up, because there's always like that conversation in a relationship. She was just like, I don't think I can ever date another white guy. And I was like, what do you mean? She was like, I think I can only date Mexicans after this. I was like, really? She goes, yeah, I don't know why. She's like, she's like, I dated a white guy before and just, and I was like, damn, that's hilarious.
That is hilarious. That's so random. What do you think you did? What do you think you switched it over?
Fucking killed it. That's what I did.
Round one.
Oh my lord, am I doing another? I don't know, man.
You don't, there's like 3 more rounds of this.
All right, I'm just gonna baby it.
No, you can baby it. That's fine. You can just baby it.
I'm high as fuck.
Already?
Oh yeah. I'm not like out of control blasted, but I'm like, yeah.
You can feel it?
Good.
Oh yeah, like I am. Yeah, it's party time.
All right. Well, I got water for you, so please.
No, I feel good. I feel fantastic. This is great weed.
All right, JP, what are we smoking?
So in that first round in this mountain round, we're going to be smoking the Milk and Muffins. It's Mother's Milk and Blueberry Muffin. Those 2 strains put together. The Mother's Milk is Appalachia and Nepali OG. And then Blueberry Muffin is kind of known for its very blueberry taste for the most part. It really does taste like you're eating some blueberries. And then the Nepali OG is going to add like a creamy and almost nuttiness to it as well. So it should be really sweet from the blueberries and then almost like a smoother finish. Maybe even some like peanutty notes on the end.
I definitely feel the peanuttiness.
A lot of those like Afghan Kushes and a lot of like the a lot of those heavier indicas have like that like very nutty kind of fatty smell to them.
Yeah. That's kind of like the weed I'm most familiar with. Not because I'm part Afghan. Like, not from that.
They grow. They grow. Like that's
grow weed
right?
for hash for the most part. So a lot of times it was made like for, and then you get this like very narcotic effect out of the hash as well because it's grown from this indica that isn't very psychoactive. It's very heavy on the body. And then by the time it's processed into hash, the way they do it over there, it's just like it's a whole cured plant, and they're doing more like traditional like brick hash and everything.
Yeah.
There's so much plant material in there and so many other cannabinoids at that point that it really does kind of knock you on your ass.
Wow.
Like good Afghani hash is hard to find.
Yeah, that's so fascinating. That really, you can see how different cultures approach weed, and because their whole hash, from what I understand, their hash making style is different from ours, right?
Yeah, a little bit different. So like they even have things where it's literally there's whole plant, like they'll just cut down the whole plant and lay it all out, and then they'll like put it into like almost like a drum, and it's like sitting between two like almost sheets or like cheesecloth, and they'll like beat the drum like in a rhythmic way and like skim around and everything, and it's just shaking the trichomes out of the plant, like collecting hash like you would. So they're essentially doing dry sift, but with like cured material and full plant. Where a lot of people are doing like dry sift hash now, or like fresh frozen.
And a bowl of that'll just fucking wreck you.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's in Afghanistan, the process you just described? Yeah, well, also like in the people who are making it over
Definitely,
there.
yeah, but that's kind of like where a lot of it started. Like a lot of people like Frenchie Canoli's a really kind of well-known hash maker out here, traveled out there and like spent a lot of his years like learning the mountains and everything, and figured out like he brought a lot of that back.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a wild fucking journey that guy's life had been. Like,
it's like part of like the area, like everyone in the country knows about it and either partakes in it or like helps grow it or like move stuff around. It's pretty gnarly.
If that guy was born in the wrong time, like if he was just 40 years too early for Vice, like that would for sure just been a show on Vice. Just a white guy going through Afghanistan, fucking learning this shit. Because the thing about a lot of these, where the drugs grow in Afghanistan is a lot of the time that's fucking like, I want to say like tribal Taliban territory. Like the terrorists and the Taliban that do exist in Afghanistan, they have their finger in all the drug pies instead of the fucking CIA. But you know what I mean? But so if you're going over there as like a white dude to like learn drugs and shit, like that takes some fucking nuts, bro. Like imagine fucking doing that. Imagine like doing I'm ready to die for this shit. You know, you just come back with fucking the secret recipe to Kush. That's crazy to me.
That's fascinating.
It's almost like some people like where you hear about people going to like live in monasteries and shit like that and like kind of learn new ways of life. Like it was almost like that sort of experience for him. It always sounds like he talks about it.
I would imagine because
that seems like a stoner too, where you're just like, hey man, you want to go to fucking where the crazy shit's happening? And it's like, I don't know, man. It was like, I'll teach you how to make the best hash possible. And they're like, sign me the fuck up.
Yeah, but that's how you know. Like, and that's why I always hesitate to even bring up like Taliban or terrorist related shit to anything with Middle East people, because I just don't like to perpetuate the stereotype or that being the first thought in people's head. So like I will say, it's like for him it must have just been like he's meeting the normal, just nice, welcoming villagers that are a majority of the country who are doing like, yeah bro, and they're all probably the highest motherfuckers in Afghanistan. They're like, yeah dude, come on, check it out. Bro, I'm gonna get you so fucking high, bro, come on. And he's just like, these guys are the fucking nicest people, you know what I mean? Like what a fucking adventure. That's a trip I'd like to take.
Me too.
Frank, there's a lot of wild celebrity boxing matches coming up. Who are two artists you'd like to see do 12 rounds?
Two artists? I would want to see the lead singer of Coldplay fight Mick Jagger in his prime. Yeah.
They're both wiry, they're both British.
Yeah.
I feel like the guy from Coldplay would be like, he'd be like fake humble towards him, like, oh, I love him, he's a legend, but he's such a psycho. I think in his brain he'd be like, I'm better than this fucking guy.
Yeah, I feel like the guy from Coldplay can fight. You know what I mean? Because he's got a lot of shit thrown his way. A lot of people talk shit about Coldplay.
Yeah.
I feel like that's when you find out he's just like, I spent all the money learning how to be a black belt in jiu-jitsu, and he just secretly knows how to fucking destroy everything.
He's got that anger in him.
He does.
It's like the comic who never gets recognized, like the way he wants to be like a badass or something, but really everybody's like, no dude, you're like Justin Bieber of comedy. And then they'll like, and like Justin Bieber, and then anger just fucking rid of you.
Yeah. I wrote The Scientist because that's what they're going to need to put you the fuck back together.
Yeah,
and you're
exactly.
just like, oh shit.
Yellow's going to be the fucking color of your pants after I'm done with you. You piece of shit.
Strawberry swing is what you're going to be fucking hanging from.
Yeah, I like to picture him. What the fuck's his name? Chris Martin. Just fucking have Mick Jagger tied up, and he's beat him to a pulp, and he's pissing him. Now he's like, and now you're all yellow. And it's like fucking dark. You know what I mean? He's creepy. Jagger's bloody and shit, dude. But the fact that Mick Jagger's lived through all the drugs that him and Keith Richards lived through,
man.
I just feel like he's the one like 70-year-old dude I'd take in a fight over like a 40-year-old dude even.
Oh yeah, I feel like
You know, like you're not gonna put him down, bro.
No, he's the kind of guy who like he's like invincible, where he just keeps getting back up, like just bloodier and bloodier. But you're just like, you can't kill him. Like you get tired out before he does.
Yeah.
There's no way you can like run around like that on stage and sing for 2-3 hours and not be like in shape.
You know how many friends of ours' parents, or like especially how many friends of ours' moms he's probably fucked?
He's like the Genghis Khan of just rock god.
Yeah.
Like, you know the statistics, the Genghis, like in Asia or some crazy shit. Like if you're from this Asian region, like you have 80% likelihood of being a descendant of Genghis Khan.
Because of that, you know, because he was fucking everybody.
You'd be fucking, bro. He's on that Mick Jagger tip.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. How many fucking random kids there are with just really strong jaws, just fucking populated every tour he's ever done.
Yeah. Didn't he have that one song that was like all about how he wants to fuck a different girl from every single race, or he has?
What?
Yeah,
Is
that's
this like the "We Are the World" of pussy.
It is exactly that. Yeah. And I'm just thinking about it now. I'm like, man, thank God he got to put that out before the cancel culture. Like, it's just like,
yeah. I'm sure like guys like them and like Ozzy and all those people were just like, man, we really fucking
yeah, really squeezed through there.
God.
Yeah, we really made it through.
Well, Feraz, you got 2 artists you'd like to see go at it?
Whew. 2 artists I'd like to see go at it, dude. I think I'd like to see Drake fight DJ Khaled. Because they both try to semi-act tough sometimes, but they're both clearly the most 2 emotional men on the planet. Like, you know what I mean? Like they're very like, they have a lot of feelings. And I just picture them like fighting each other, and it's like that scene where Obi-Wan is forced to fight Anakin. It's like, you are my brother! And I just picture them like crying while they're fighting. That's why I really think that would be fun for everybody, you know?
What are your high school crushes up to?
What are my high school crushes up to? Holy shit, that's one hell of a question. Do you know I don't know what my high school crushes are doing. I know that when I think of my high school crushes, the first thing I think is this one girl who I ended up dating. I don't know what she's doing now, but I hope she's not watching this.
I don't think she's.
Yeah, I shit on her porch.
What?
I physically took down my pants on her porch and I took a shit. And then I had TP'd her house with my friends because she had TP'd my friend's house. So this is I'm going backwards like this is fucking Memento, but
all the way that tracks. That is actually
She TP'd it. Yeah, it was a real fucking like Don Corleone, like, oh, you fucking you kidnap one of mine, I take your daughter. You know what I mean? Like it was like upping the level to a point that no one needed to go to. No one needed nothing to happen. Like she TP'd my friend's house, and so we went to her house TPing. While I was TPing it, I needed to shit. Like I organically had bad shit coming. I was like, let's go, I need shit. And my buddy's like, why don't you just do it here? We got the toilet paper. And then I just shit. And then I picked it up and I put it on the door and the knob. And then she called me 3 days later and she's like, why'd your friend shit on my porch? Because she was dating him and that's why she TP'd his house, because it went bad. And she's like, why'd you shit on his porch? And I was like, I don't know why she shit on your porch. I don't know why anyone would do that. What kind of crazy animal would do something like that? Right? And then I find out 2 days later, she didn't even TP his house. Some other fucking girl TP'd his house. And I just fucking shit on this girl's porch. And then a year later, I was dating her, and I never told her that it was me, and I never will. Like I can't. If there's one secret, I can never come
like,
clean to. Yeah, now you're dating a girl who you know you shit on their porch, and you can never tell them that happened.
Oh my God.
So I know that's not what she's up to, but it's what I hope she's not up to, which is seeing this or hearing this. And
it's what I'm up to when I think about it.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm up to when I think high school crush, which kind of lets you know what kind of person you were back then.
Yeah. God, that's hysterical.
God, yeah. Still feel horrible about it.
That's so fucking funny.
Oh, man.
I had a lot of high school crushes. Too many to be. I really swung for the fences.
Yeah?
A lot of my high school crushes are like, they're like married with kids and stuff. They're just, they're happy. I guess. They're all happy. But I'm happier.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah, Frank.
There it is.
Hey, Frank, should they add competitive eating to the Olympics? And if so, what food should they eat?
Yes. Oh, that's interesting because if you think about it, the Olympics is everybody, right? So it would either have to be like a food that like is like universally like, you know, whatever that looks like, or you can even add a little fun to it and then have different, like specifically it's like, oh, it's the Olympics. Well, everyone's got to eat everybody's food. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
right.
then it's like culturally they start getting, you know what I mean? Because if you're like fucking from China and you've never had fucking like hella spicy ass Mexican food, like that would be fucking, you know.
Or like burgers, and like Americans are eating, like all of our feeding contests are burgers, or like hot dog eating contests.
Exactly.
Right, so you're just naturally used to eating it and digesting it more. It's like a home field advantage.
Exactly. That's home field advantage.
Yeah. So it needs to be an international buffet.
Absolutely.
That would be more interesting too, because then it's like, ooh, what are they gonna give them next? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And it's like fucking chicken tikka. We get ready to shit.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Or fucking just it's like fucking, and then they get some like dish from like, you know, a fucking poor country, and then it's like, bro, you got to eat elk balls or some fucking crazy. Then it just comes
shit.
Fear Factor.
Yeah, I ate a deep fried scorpion in Bangkok.
Really?
Yeah, man, fucking horrible. Don't advise it. It was like eating bones.
I think I had shark. Then I had octopus. Those are the two most exotic. Oh, I had alligator too.
Alligator, is that common like in Florida, or do
Dude,
you have to go to another
yeah.
country for that? Is that
No,
legal?
Yeah, I think it's all over the side.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
it's
I've had it in
straight-
jerky
yeah,
before.
they got alligator jerky. Then they got like it was like it was like alligator bites, and I was like, what? And it was just they were like alligator chicken nuggets, and they taste exactly like chicken. And then I was like, is this just not chicken? They're like, no, they're just like it's just tougher. And I was like, oh, yeah, it was weird.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Alligators are terrifying. I feel like if there's one animal like I'm just okay with people eating and just being like, we gotta keep them fucking over there. You know, they're coming into the streets and shit in Florida. It's like, yeah, eat them up.
Yeah.
I don't care.
What do you think? What kind of food should they be eating in the Olympics?
Watermelon.
I'm here for it.
No, because it's a lot of water.
Just push your face into it.
Yeah, no, it's like it'd be a fucking mess, and you'd be just consuming so much fucking water. But you can eat so much watermelon. So I just think the numbers would be preposterous. Like, you know, someone's like, oh, he ate 150 hot dogs. It would be like, this guy ate like 700 watermelon.
Yeah.
And then imagine getting to see that in the same time frame. It would just be like, it'd be like fucking when Goku was really hungry and the food is just flying everywhere. It'd be like that for like just nonstop.
If they did different fruits, that would be like I can't do melons.
Like just in general.
Grapefruit. Like, no, I can't do grapefruit. Grapefruit's too bitter to me.
Grapefruit's too. I don't do chore food. You know, grapefruit chore food. Grapefruit is chore food.
Gerardo is losing his mind right now.
So quick how he said watermelon so fast. Like, he knew the answer the whole time.
I don't know why, man. Maybe because I want watermelon. It sounds delicious. No,
Watermelon is, I think, one of the best stoner foods.
it's fucking fantastic.
It's hydrating.
I was thinking rice or something.
Really?
Yeah.
Ooh,
Well, a lot of people eat rice.
Yeah, and there's all those different types of rices.
That's true.
So you can change it up.
that is very true.
That's the end of round one.
That's another one.
Guys, I'm really happy we did that without being racist. That was like that last 3 minutes was all of us just like.
Round 2.
I'm fully vaxxed. You know what I mean?
Me too, man. Vax and wax, as the ladies say.
No, there's a shirt that said fully vaxxed and ready to fuck, and I'm like, that's great.
That's good. People are, you know, this is becoming a very honest society after COVID.
Do you think there's going to be a sexual revolution?
Yeah, I think it's gonna, proper sexual revolution. Like,
I feel like it.
yeah, it's different, man. I was like, and I have a girlfriend, so I'm not gonna be a part of this. But from my friends who are dating, they're like, dude, girls are like horny from being held up and shit, blah, 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 blah. Or when I was walking back from the store the other day, I saw so many more just fucking flocks of girls, like 4 or 5 of them, like so drunk and clearly like on the prowl and like making noises at me. One of them barked at me. Like legitimately barked.
Women
at me.
are like single
Yeah.
men right now. Single women are like the new single men.
Yeah,
You know
I was
what
gonna do a video like 2 hours of walking down Sunset in front of girls and just videotape all me getting catcalled.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, this girl, she barked, bro. I walked by and she went, woo! And her friends all went, ha, 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 ha. I was like, oh, we're doing that now? That's the climate? Like,
what's up, boy? You got some dick? You're like, whoa.
Yeah, because also you're like, wow, you guys are really bad at trying to make the first moves.
Yeah. I was in the OR and it was sold out, and I was doing these jokes about my wife. You know what I mean? I talk about just being in a relationship. One of the jokes I did was I talked about how I was like, I just started fucking slow, right? And I said that, and it was like 8 women in the front, like first few tables. They all died laughing.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh, damn. And then the more I kept talking about my wife and just all that stuff and just stupid shit, like there was like 3 points where they were like, oh, like that kind of shit. And I'm like, oh, damn, women are like on it right now.
Yeah.
They just love that cute shit, that relationship stuff. It's just, I just feel like, yeah, they're like.
It's like they want it all, you know? Like that's one of the, like they want a double scoop of ice cream. Part of it's the relationship shit and part of it's just getting fucked. Like, but it's. But it's finally 50-50. Normally it's guys have the relationship part 20% and I just want to get fucked is the other 80%.
Yeah.
That's the 20-80 for guys. Normally women are like, you know, the reverse maybe, or at least a little different, right? A little bit more about the relationship stuff. Also want to get fucked.
Yeah.
Now they're like, I want a relationship, but I also want to get fucked. They're like, I've been inside for a year. I just broke up with somebody who ended up sucking. I found out after living in quarantine with.
Yeah.
I just like they've gone through this whole shift in lives, and they're just like, now I just want to go and fucking get out and be a human being. You know?
Yeah.
Coupled with the whole anti-slut shaming stuff being at a peak, that it's like sexual revolution
dude,
without the shame for them.
If you're a single guy right now not getting laid, you're fucking up. All you gotta do is listen. Mm-hmm. Josh is like, I'm a single guy. Yeah, man. The bar is so low right now to get laid for men. Mm-hmm. You just gotta just fucking shut up and smile, bro.
Yeah. Don't fuck it up.
Yeah. You ever watch someone fucking up because they're just talking too much?
Yeah, it's just sad. Yeah, it's like just like you in there, bro. You fucking it up.
Yeah. Like as a guy in a relationship that's been in one for a long time, I'll see single guys talking to chicks and they just fuck it up, and I'm just like, bro, fucking calm down, dog. Like just fucking, you got this.
Yeah, it's gonna be wild to see. I feel like things are changing a lot right now, like with culture in general. Mm-hmm. I feel like we reached that one switch that kind of happens within a 2-year period of like the next generation's new styles out, like new hairstyles, new this, that. Like there's a bunch of different things going on, and it all happened in a year where we were in quarantine.
Yeah.
So I was seeing it all over the internet or TikTok or whatever, but then you come out into the real world, and it's like I feel like I woke up out of a time capsule.
Oh, for real.
Like you see completely different styles, on a totally different way than the last like 9 years prior to the last 2 years.
I've realized because of quarantine, I started jerking off more to videos of people wearing masks. You know what I mean? Because I can't come unless I know they're following safe protocol.
Hey, that's just because you're considerate, man. That's a masturbation that's very philanthropic.
All right, what are we smoking, JP?
I need a second to process what you just said.
Yeah.
This time we'll be smoking the Dosidos. It's Dosido and Skittles. Mm-hmm. The Dosido is a face-off OG and OG KB, which is OG Kush Breath. That strain in particular is really popular and really famous for being called OG Kush Breath because it literally coats your mouth with like an OG Kush flavor and sticks around even like a couple minutes later you'll be tasting that OG gas. The Skittles in there is going to add like a nice lemon, honestly Skittles candy flavor to it. And then that OG KB should also make that flavor last a little bit longer as well.
Okay.
So it's definitely more candy forward on this one, but should have just a little bit of gas.
Isn't it nice having him here, right?
It's like I all of a sudden am transported to a fucking 5-star restaurant where the guy's serving me weed as the special. It's like a very good vibe.
Yeah.
It's like I feel like I'm in good hands when he does this thing, and I'm just like, oh, should I smell it? Should I do this?
Yeah, because when you spoke with me, you're like, oh, I'm smoking with Frank. It's gonna be bad. It's irresponsible, and I'm gonna be way higher than I really wanted to be.
Right.
And then like JP is just like, no, what you're experiencing is. And then he explains it to you, and then you're like, oh, I feel safe.
Yeah. And I love that I feel like you care about it, like you really care about it, like you're passionate about this shit. It's like legitimate, like, and that's dope. I can like sense that, and so that like. It makes the whole experience so much better too.
Oh yeah, I definitely appreciate that.
For sure, man. It's good to see people who like fucking really love it and teach it in an awesome way, you know?
Well, education is like really important, man. I mean, I think we were just talking about it where it's like hearing the stories that you talk about and the way I talk about it, we both have been spoken for a while. So to see how like, I forgot the point I was trying to make. No, to see, like actual someone who knows what they're talking about, like the education, where you're like, oh, okay, this is a lot of shit I didn't know about this.
Yeah, it just kind of makes you respect and understand the industry and the culture in such a positive way, and in a way that makes you feel like you should know about it. The same way you know about like normal plants, normal medicines, like you just kind of know things about the culture behind it. And I think that'll completely help change like the stigma behind it too, in a very real way. You know?
Absolutely.
So it's dope.
How do you feel? How high are you right now?
I'm so high. Oh yeah. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I was looking at JP's face and it was coming at me like in different shades for a second. Like it was just like, I was trying to fucking concentrate on your face and it was like the little bit of those like subtle little weed edible visuals kicking in. You know what I mean? It's very nice though. What I do like about it is that I feel super high off of the stuff, but I don't feel foggy, cloudy, stupid. You know what I mean? I don't feel like that.
Do you want to explain what
Well,
that
I mean,
is?
there's a couple different things. One could just be the quality of the flower is a lot higher, but also when you do concentrates, there's a lot less plant material and a lot less other stuff you're smoking as well. So these are higher end concentrates, so they're literally collecting the trichomes off of the flower, so little crystals that are on there, through a process of washing it through water and ice. And then they're taking those and then pressing them with high pressure and low heat, and then extracting the insides of those to have this very clean, pretty much just literally the terpenes and the THC of the plant. And
how is this burning? Is this like a vape? Are we vaporizing?
So it's just sitting on like a ceramic heating element, and then it'll bring it up to, I think, this temp's like around 415 or something like that. So it sounds like with the vape and with the product being such a clean product that it's kind of like that's why it feels like almost the gentlest on my throat.
Yeah,
definitely.
It's like really, it goes down really easy and it just like kind of creeps on you.
And like when you're smoking, like even out of like a hand pipe, like the fire's so close that by the time it's combusting and going to you, it doesn't have much time to cool down. So it's getting put through water and it's coming at a lower temperature, so it's definitely a more pleasant experience.
And these guys, PUFFCO, that's why I love them so much. They really focused on the experience of trying to get people that aren't used to dabbing. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because I mean, that's the torch we talked about before. That's fucking terrifying.
Yeah, exactly. You give someone this and they have this experience and it just feels so much not meth. It's the opposite end of the spectrum of meth. It's
this doesn't feel like meth.
Yeah. You want to do some drugs? Does it feel like meth? No, then I'm in. That's it. It's the one qualification. No, it's like nice. Yeah, it's like I want to get one of these. How much are these?
It's like $500.
I want to get one of these one day.
Frank, a car full of beautiful white women pulls up to you and they want to take you on an adventure, but they won't tell you where you're going. Will you get in?
Yeah. Absolutely. My mom would say no, and I'm going to show her this clip, and she'll probably be like, what the fuck's wrong with you? Because growing up, that's exactly what she told me not to do. She was like, if a car full of white women are ever just like, hey, get in, and they won't tell you where to go, do not get in that car. But I watch Dumber and Dumber, and I ain't going to be those two guys. I'm getting in that fucking car.
Bus.
Because it's like, what's the worst that's going to happen? You're going to die? 100% worth it. Because you know what the best is going to happen? Fuck a lot of white women. Maybe all of them. You might even see a teddy.
He's a man of passion.
Frank loves to fuck.
Yeah. So your answer is not get in the car.
No, it is definitely getting that car.
Yeah. What state am I in?
Utah.
Damn, that's a good midline you picked.
Damn, that is a good one too.
They're about to be the nicest white people you ever met, or you might be in trouble. You don't know depending on where you.
Yeah. It's either like, and also that it's like the chances of fucking really decrease if you're in Utah.
Oh yeah, like yeah.
Because they could just be nice white women, and then now you're just a guy that's like, I think I'm gonna fuck, and then you're just creepy. And then that's why Utah hates people like me.
And also, they could be setting you up for a trap because they're like, yeah, I'm about to get laid. As soon as you get in, they lock the doors and go, do you want to hear about Jesus? It's like knocking on the door 2.0. You know what I mean? They're like, we got fucking this is the new business marketing line. We got girls out there.
And nothing kills a boner faster than that, right?
Oh, God, yeah. That is, I have never been turned off faster in a date. I've never been turned off faster in a date than if someone goes there. Mm-hmm. I dated a girl once who, and it was fine. I've dated a lot of Christian girls. This girl was like super, super duper into the Jesus stuff to the point where other Christians are like, you're fucking a little weird. You know, but I started to realize that over the course of the date. And so like what ended up happening was she was like, I was talking about like some science shit, like cosmos type shit. We were fucking talking, and then she was like, "Are you one of those people that like believes in Stephen Hawking?" I was like,
Wait, like believes in Stephen?
like believes in like yeah, like are you like do you like Stephen Hawking? But she used words that was similar, like do you believe in Stephen Hawking? Just so I don't look like an idiot. Is it Stephen Hawking or Hawking's?
Hawking?
Okay, whatever
Yeah,
then.
you're good, bro.
Whatever then. We're in it together. We're in it together. All right. So she's like, do you like him? And I was like, what do you mean? Do I like him? I was like, I like his like ideas and stuff. I think that he's written some really good, intelligent things. And she's like, I was like, well, you don't like him? She's like, no. This is what she said. I'll never forget this in my life. She said, I don't like him. I said, why? She goes, because he's mean to God. Verbatim. I go, what? She goes, he's mean. Then this is the part. Never forget. I go, what? And she goes, he's mean to God. That's probably why he's like that. And I was like, what the fuck did you just say? Like, what just came out of your mouth? Stephen Hawking has MS because he was mean to God for studying black holes? Is this what you're telling me right now?
Damn.
Bro, and she was so fine. She was so fine.
You stayed with her for like another 2 years?
No, I fucking got out of there, dude. That was the moment I was like, wow, I must be growing up because something you said makes me not want to fuck you. Like that, I'm not 16 anymore. You know what I mean? Like that was a moment where I was like, wow, okay, this is the line. That's the line.
You're like,
I was so turned off. I was like, yeah, let's just fucking.
well, that's the thing. I could date. I've dated a religious person before. That's fine.
Yeah.
But it's also like that's why I like my wife because she's not religious. Her whole family's not religious. I kind of dig it.
Yeah, no, that's that means people kind of think for themselves. Anybody who's I don't want to be rude, but anybody who's like that gung ho into it, if you want to be religious, have a religion, that's fine. You want to be God's mad at Stephen Hawking, gave him MS religious, like I've got some problems with that. there's just kind of you're kind of a little on the weirdo spectrum of whatever religion you're in, if that's where you're at. You know what I mean? And that shit is just that was a lot. That was a lot.
What's an unintentionally attractive accent?
The accent that drives me crazy is the Minnesota accent. The Minnesota accent is, I think, one of the most attractive accents.
Yeah. That is different.
Yeah. Well, that's also like clearly a Frank likes white girls kind of deal.
Like white moms.
It's like Frank used to watch.
Yeah, dude, I like white ants, bro. Oh God, don't introduce me to your 45-year-old aunt. You know what I mean? Oh, she cook casserole?
Frank was like the only 5-year-old watching Bobby's World, the cartoon, just like, oh yeah, you know, she's like, oh yeah, don't you know? Just fucking eating it up.
Yeah, like,
It's so hot. That, you know, I can respect most accent loves. It's just, you got your kink, man. You like it. It makes you feel like they're the whitest, most Midwestern-y. They're just prime that.
yeah.
So you're into it. I like, I don't even know what it is. It's like that, it's like an African American, it's like an African accent, like almost like fucking Wakanda shit. You know? Like if it's like African, like with an accent, whatever that is, where I can't even like do the accent. It's like, that's hot.
Yeah.
I like that shit. That Wakanda accent, whatever the fuck that is, wherever that, I don't know, was that Nigeria or I don't know where they do that.
Yeah.
I also don't, you know what I confuse it to though? I confuse it for where like the Caribbean accent too.
The Caribbean accent.
The Caribbean accent is fucking hot too, actually.
They have a lot of dialects, and that shit's fucking attractive. The Kiwi accent too. New Zealanders.
That would just make you laugh while you're having sex though. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, there you got it. You got it. Oh yeah. Looks like you found it. Oh, there it is. Yep. You got it.
That's it.
That's it. Up. Yep.
Ups the up.
A little harder. Yeah. You don't know. I feel like Taika Waititi has really taught me like what a New Zealand accent is. Ever since he blew up, like it's become so much more like mainstream. And I'm like, oh.
I was like, I think I was in high school. I met there was a friend's family had their friend's family was from New Zealand, so they came and visited, and their kid was like the same age as me, and like her accent was thick, and I was like, oh my God. Yeah, it was crazy. It was the first time I heard a Kiwi accent. I was like, that's beautiful. I know why I started raising my hand. So I was just like, this is how hot she was.
It was like you felt the Holy Spirit from her hotness. You were just like, oh God, look at that.
Frank, you're a fitness trainer. Why do old men love walking around naked in the locker room?
It's got to be a dominance thing, right? It's got to be a dominance thing.
I think, yeah, maybe there's
You're an actual trainer.
I was an actual trainer for, that was my day job when I finally, my last job basically between comedy and that was back and forth. And then, like 7 years as a personal trainer, and I've seen a lot of dicks.
How many dicks have you
Seen a lot of old dicks.
Why?
A lot of Japanese dicks.
Really?
A lot of Japanese
Well, I
dicks.
think that
because they got a sauna culture.
Yeah, culture is a sauna.
So you got a male locker room with a sauna in it, and you got like a 50, 60-year-old Japanese guy who, I don't know how long when he moved, you know what I mean? Or whatever.
Let's just say some things die hard.
Yeah, man. And
Or
also,
soft.
you don't give a, he's probably like, look at these fucking nerds with their towels on.
Yeah,
He probably thinks we're so lame. You know what I mean? He's like, well, are you guys fucking scared of each other's dicks? Pussies? Oh, no. Another man will see my dick. That's how he mocks us with his boys, just naked, fucking chilling in the sauna. Evolved on another level. These guys.
Comfortable.
The other thing, I think you just stop giving a fuck when you're old. Like, you just really think about how much less insecure you are and how much less you give a fuck what people think from when you were like 13 to now. Now imagine if that level difference between us now to us 60 or 70.
Yeah, I feel like the closer you are to dying and you know it, you're just like, fuck it.
Yeah, like, you're like, who cares? Let's go out swinging.
Yeah.
Also, but at Crunch, I trained at Crunch in WeHo, and that's like a gay gym, pretty much. Like, it's a very, very gay gym. Super fun gym. Best gym I've ever worked at. A lot of gay dudes in the locker room, but some of them have the fattest, the biggest dick I've ever seen in my life personally was on this like 60-year-old, just jacked, clearly on TRT. He's like just jacked gay dude. There's like 6'3", super dope, just fucking big and like a lumberjack. And he would walk around for hours in the locker room naked.
Really?
And I'm not fucking exaggerating when I say hours, because my friend would stop training him and we'd see him in the locker room get naked at some point. We'd go do our thing, knock out a few clients, come back, and he's still in the locker room just naked the whole time.
So what is he doing there naked?
He's talking, shooting the shit, but he's like not even like creepy or hitting on everyone was talking to him because he's cool and friendly. He's making it look really normal, but he happens to have the biggest dick you've ever seen. And I think he's just kind of like fishing. He's kind of just like, it's there, dude. I don't got to do nothing. Anybody, if you guys are into it, cool. If you're not, then also just like, and all of you in general, just fucking eat your heart out. All of you.
Yeah, I think that gets
he's showing off all day.
That definitely gets to a point where your dick's just so big that you're just like, yeah, man, everybody can have it.
Yeah.
Where, you know what I mean? Where that's where I think like people are like, I'm bi, I'm whatever. I think once you get to a point where your dick's just so big, you're just kind of like, yeah, man, I'll fuck everybody. You know what I mean? A hole's a hole, and you're just like, damn, I think that's anything above 9.5 inches.
Yeah, it was very strange. There'd also be the creepiest one would be when people they get naked and they try to get their genitals and taint as close to the hand dryers in the bathrooms. You seen this?
Yes.
And the blow dryers. There's been time because I was leaving the gym. I worked at the gym and I used to fucking quickly rinse off and run to like an open mic or run to do some comedy. And so one time I was trying to blow dry my hair, but I was waiting for the blow dryer to go over. This guy, Japanese guy, has his leg up on the fucking like bench and he's just going at it, like just balancing. And he was balancing for a long time. Like he was just blow drying his taint and his nuts, and he spent a good time doing it. And I saw it a few more times after that when I was looking out for it, and I was like, I guess it's efficient. Like,
I'm gonna wash it out.
I bet it feels. Yeah, I mean, I guess it probably feels delightful, but it was a strange thing to have to wait for to do your hair. You know what I mean? I was in line. This guy was like in line. I'm fully clothed. He's just gym life, baby.
Damn.
This is the end of round 2.
Final round.
Hey, welcome to round 3. Hey, JP, what's good?
What's up, man?
What are we smoking?
And this round's gonna be Fruity Pebbles. Punch did a really good one. This one they actually crossed 4 different strains. They crossed Alien, Tahoe, GDP, and Green Ribbon. The GDP in there is gonna add a lot of that kind of traditional purple grape taste that you get from almost like a berry. And then the Green Ribbon is similar to like a train wreck. It's gonna have some of that lemon taste. So it's gonna actually, for me, I feel this really does taste like Fruity Pebbles cereal or like a Fruity Pebbles Rice Krispie treat. It has like a nice mix of all those kind of fruity flavors, and it actually has some creaminess on there, almost some nuttiness from those Alien and Tahoe G's.
That's weird. Before you were like, I'm not gonna smoke too much more, and then you took like 2 big hits.
Yeah.
Tastes good though, right?
Yeah. Sometimes I tell myself I'm gonna do one thing and I don't listen.
Pretty frequently, Frank will be like, I'm good, I'm not smoking anymore. Just pass him the joint again. He's
Isn't
back
that-
into it.
Yeah. That's classic, right? That's constant. So it's like, all right, I gotta go in a sec, man. And they just keep bringing the joint around to him and then fucking an hour goes by.
You remember we've smoked before together? Yeah. Any memorable moments of us smoking at the store or anything?
And we smoked at the store so many times. So one of the most memorable times smoking with you was after our shows at the San Jose Improv when we got out on the balcony.
Oh yeah, that was great.
And we smoked a joint outside of San Jose Improv.
Oh shit.
What is it?
Was it you that was with me when we were in San Jose and we were walking? And I think a guy was like, hey, you guys smoking weed? And we gave him a joint, and then we were like having fun and chilling, and then all of a sudden he started throwing up gang signs and talking about how dope Blossom Hill Road was and shit.
I think so.
I think it was you.
I feel like it was.
Yeah, because I remember we were like walking, and it was hysterical because this dude was like a homie, right?
Yeah.
But it was one of those things that like we were high and walking, and the guy was just like, oh, you guys smoking weed? We were like, yeah, because we were being friendly. We just finished the shows. We had that like after show high and stuff, and I also thought he was a fan too. So then we start smoking. And he's like, yeah, man, me and my homies, yeah, we got this shit on set. And he's like, he starts throwing up gang signs. He's like, fucking Blossom Hill, let's say. And he like turns around and he's like, no one can fuck with us, dog. And I was like, oh shit. I think you and me just immediately walked away.
Right. It's just like, no one's debating with you.
Yeah. We were like, whoa.
What argument? What argument are you in your head? It's not happening, bro.
Yeah.
We're the best. Yeah, we are. It's like, yeah, fucking cool, dude.
Yeah, dude. It was like, I remember he did like this and he had like.
When they got that's why they do. That's why they like to do. Oh, is that why they fucking do that shit? They want you to see all the fucking.
Yeah, because it's a fucking advertisement, bro. It's usually like the street they grew up on.
Yeah.
And then like the people they're with.
Yeah. Always.
And then the area code on the fingers.
Yeah. 100%. No, but that balcony, man. I grew up in San Jose, as you know, and so I worked. My dad's office was literally on that street.
No way.
Yeah, in downtown San Jose. So I used to like fucking work there every summer during the breaks. I'd be there visiting my dad all the time.
What's your dad do?
He's a lawyer, and so I'd be walking by.
My uncle's office is on there, and he's also a lawyer.
Wild. My dad's in that old building, the oldest looking building with like the pointy roof in the middle of downtown San Jose.
Did it have statues and stuff?
I think so.
It was like a lion statue or something?
I think there's something very tall, kind of that dark green, rusty look.
I swear to God, I would not be surprised if my uncle worked in the same
building.
place. Yeah,
that's
crazy.
So we would cross like the parking lot and it would be right there.
Yeah.
And then,
Is that an idea?
we crossed the
And the
My producer's high.
So funny. He's like, oh shit, we're working right now? Fuck, I forgot. So funny. Yeah, this shit is strong, bro. No, but so I'd always walk by that fucking club. So our club has a special place in your heart if you're from San Jose. It's one of the first open mics I ever did. And then on top of the comedy career, just my personal life has such a memories of looking at it as such an iconic venue. So I love, and then we got to smoke up there. It was dope.
That's so fucking dope, man. Dude.
Yeah.
So that theater used to be a movie theater. And my grandparents used to drop my dad and his sisters off there because you could watch 3 movies for a certain amount of money. And that's just... They would do that while they drank. And that's how you raise kids back in the day. It's also how you, show alcohol, spread alcoholism.
In just the not low-key way.
Yeah, the not low-key way. But also, historically a great venue. Yeah. I remember my grandmother, she got to see me perform there. So I think it was that weekend too, actually.
Yeah. I think I remember that.
That's fucking dope.
Yeah, that's a dope fucking spot, man.
Feraz, do you remember the first time you cussed in front of your parents? And do you remember what the repercussions were?
Oh, shit.
And the word as well.
Oh, man. I wanted to watch I must have been 9 years old, maybe 10. And I wanted to watch the season finale of this show. It was like this random CBS show called 7 Days. I don't know if any of you guys remember the show 7 Days. A guy could go back in time just 7 days.
I do remember it.
And he'd be back on like a sphere. Right? It was like my favorite fucking show, right? And it was a season finale, and we had one fucking TV, and my sister wanted to watch the Dawson's Creek season finale. So there was a showdown, And so we're now like fighting over the remote, changing channel, blocking the signal we're used to have to try to aim it, And then she fucking she turns. She throws me on the ground, starts like kicking me and shit. And now I realize that we're in a fight, like a proper fight with my sister. And this is the one time it could be guy versus girl. I'm 10, she's like 14. So she's like a little girl, I'm like a little fucking boy, you know what I mean? And so she starts kicking me, punching me in a full fight, and then I end up like tackling her to the ground and just hitting her in the face with the fucking remote control. And then my brother pulls me off. My dad comes in the room. My mom comes in the room. My brother's like, "No, you can't hit her. She's a girl." And I go, "She's not a girl. She's a fucking bitch."
Bro, that's a clean ass line. That's a clean ass line.
Yeah, if ever you were gonna drop the mic, you're like, "Well, I'm cussing now."
Yeah.
It's like, that was the time, man. Oh man. And then I got in a lot of trouble.
Ah, damn. I think my mom, when my mom was a single mom, she had boyfriends. And there was one guy in particular she was dating. I remember we were in the car. I can't remember. I was a fucking piece of shit when I was a kid because I was, fucking single. You know what I mean? And I remember I spat in one of my mom's boyfriend's faces.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I remember I was like 12 or 13. And I remember I did it. And this was a grown ass man I did it to. And there was definitely it was definitely one of those moments of I was like, oh, you want to fucking murder me. Like, this dude wants to put his hands on me. And I could feel it too. Even as a kid, I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
And then my mom was like, you cannot do that. And then I remember he was just staring at me. And then I was just like, fuck you. And then I can't remember if I got hit, but I just remember, whenever I trauma block that, I just specifically remember doing that. That dude's still alive too. I'd do it again. Hope he sees this clip. But yeah, no, it was, I vividly remember that. I got to call my mom and talk to her about that. Is it weird if I call her right now and ask her about that? Is it weird? No? Is it funny?
Speaker, bro.
Can you hand me my phone?
Let's do it. I love it.
That's hysterical.
This is great.
You want to ask the next question?
You're about to make your walkout UFC debut.
Oh shit.
The venue only has nursery rhymes and lullabies available for your fight song. What are you picking?
I would pick the Hush Little Baby, Don't Go to Sleep. And then I'd come out like make it just like this the whole time. Just to make it look like cool and creepy. Just
That would be pretty crazy.
and I'd want the unplugged acoustic version. Hush Little Baby. Like a Blumhouse movie intro.
Oh my God.
And then, oh man, that'd be terrifying.
Well, let's see if my mom picks up. Dude, that is the funniest. I just remembered that. That's so crazy.
Yeah, man, I can't believe that guy didn't hit you in the face.
Yeah.
100% I would have hit you in the face.
Dude.
And your mom probably would have been okay with it.
I mean,
She probably like,
it was also one of those things that I remember it was definitely one of those moments where I'm like, it was like I realized it was like, oh, he likes my mom. And obviously,
Hi, baby.
hey mom, what's up?
Not much.
I'm doing a podcast.
I was on the phone with the DMV for 5 fucking hours waiting on hold.
Oh no.
I'm sorry, mom. I'm on a podcast with some friends.
Oh shit! I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
Oh my god! Erase that.
We were just telling a story. Hey, do you remember
Oh
when?
my god! You gotta warn me, mijo.
I did. I texted you.
I didn't see the text. Oh my god.
All right, I'm sorry. Do you remember when I spat in one of your boyfriend's faces?
Jesus Christ! Why you bring up the passport? Listen, I'm out here trying to be right. You know what I mean? Like I'm trying not to cuss at anybody, and I try to think about. But yeah, we want to be good now. Like, you know what I mean? Like we want to blend in. We want to be good.
All right, dude. Do you? What happened? Because I can't remember if there was any repercussions. I vividly remember him that was the one time I was like, oh, this guy wants to fucking beat the shit out of me, and I was like,
Listen.
what happened?
Like I told you with these podcasts, man, you keep calling me up with these podcasts. You want me to go to court, huh? You want me to get drugged back in court, huh? you all this shit, all these little pictures, all these little podcasts. My asking, you're gonna get me caught up on. So I'm gonna have to be explaining some shit to a judge. Somebody out of left fucking field gonna be like, yep, that's the bitch right there. And her fucking kid.
Anyway, all right, but can you walk me through what happened?
Oh God. Really? You want me to do that on? Are you gonna put this on the air? Mijo.
Okay, you don't have to, but can you confirm that it did happen?
Are we gonna get in trouble for this shit later? Like,
No,
what's the statute of limitation?
no! I spat in his face. It was hysterical. I was a kid. Did he beat me up? I don't remember him beating me up.
Fuck no. You think I'm gonna let somebody do that shit to me?
Exactly. But I do remember you like looking at me like, "Hey, dude, you gotta chill."
Dude, okay, first of all, I would have never expected that from you because you're always a calm, cool kid. And you know, that shit really caught me off guard. That shit got me, I think I was in shock. I knew it took a minute for it to register. Like, what the fuck? Because that's not you. You're not that kid. You've never been that kid. Like, let me tell you, you're such a well-being all your life up until roast battle till you got to Hollywood. Even like, you know, recently you
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, but what happened? No. You're skipping over the good part. Anyways.
Oh shit.
She was just getting to the good part.
That was a good part.
You just lost your shit. You just got mad. You just, you know, you normally you always have something to say, or if something was bothering you, you put your head down, you kind of like, you know, look back and forth, pace back and forth, and you would tell me, Mom, let's go. But you didn't even give me that. You just out of nowhere, just bam, you did it. I was like, what the fuck? Shit. Yeah.
Oh, that's hysterical.
But you're not supposed to listen. Remember, we talked about this. I told you, don't bring up the past.
Okay. That's the last one. I promise. No. I get you. Yeah. I love you too, Mom. I love you. All right, you're breaking up. I love you. I'm gonna call you back. Okay? Yep. I love you too, Mom. I'm doing a podcast. I'll come and visit. I promise. I'll come and visit. I won't take pictures of you. I'm gonna take tons of pictures of you. I love you. Bye.
Man, what a great window. Your mom seems fucking dope.
Yeah,
she's so
she's pretty
funny.
wild.
She's so funny, man.
Dude, she's ridiculous.
She's so hilarious. That's so fucking wild that you spit in a man's face.
Yeah. I think that was a great way to end the episode.
It's the end of round 3.
Thank you so much for coming. Did you have fun?
Yeah, it was super fun. Thanks for having me, man. That was a really good
Dude,
hang.
thank you for coming to this new spot, and you know, it was a lot of fun. Dude, thank you, JP. Did you have fun?
Yeah, it was great.
This was great. I had a lot of fun. Thank you, Josh. Thank you, Gerardo. Thank you, Lane. Thank you, Punch Extracts. Thank you, Punch Edibles. Thank you, PUFFCO. Dude, so much fun being back. Thank you.